For my project, I'm looking into the extent crime TV shows display an accurate or inaccurate portrayal of crime statistics, and do those feed into stereo? No. My research question is, to what extent do crime TV shows display an accurate portrayal of crime statistics, and do they feed into stereotypes? The method I've chosen to answer this question is a content analysis. I'm going to be looking at three different shows: Bones, Criminal Minds, and Law and Order Special Victims Unit, all three which are very different. In addition to that, I'll be looking into three seasons of each, one from 2005, 2010, and 2015. This gives me a large enough data pool that if the numbers are skewed in one direction, it's not due to lack of variation. When I'm watching all of these seasons, I'm going to be looking for a couple different things: the type of crime out of 8 different universally reported crimes, the offender's age, gender, and race, the victim's age, gender, and race, and then I'll compare those statistics to actual United States statistics from the year that season took place. I chose this method because it's very straightforward and there are no surprises, because all it does is give you raw data. I want to do an explore project. I want to find where these inaccuracies lie. And a content analysis allows me to do that without any bias, because the numbers aren't going to lie to me. This also directly connects to the idea behind the project, because I am looking at a media type, and a content analysis is a method that's solely used to analyze media. There are some limitations to this project, however, the main one being, will I have enough time to do all of this, and the fact there's a lot of other crimes out there besides the 8 I'm looking at. However, with proper time management, I have calculated it out. I'll be able to watch all these episodes in no problem. And there's also an easy built-in backup plan if I can't. I can cut out a year or cut out a show and still have a large enough data pool. This project is also a starting point for further research. I know I'm only looking at 8 crimes. However, if there's enough evidence there that there are inaccuracies, it might be beneficial to go back and redo this project with its very straightforward method, just looking at other crimes. I think these shows will unproportionately emphasize violent crimes, particularly murder, because it's the most attention grabbing. It can make these companies the most money, but it also is able to have the most inaccuracies. However, the 7 other crimes will be much more proportionally represented. These shows will perpetuate crime stereotypes. It's inevitable, but I believe that the most recent seasons may be more accurate demographically, because in recent years, there's been a giant push in the media to represent a bunch of different groups of people evenly. I am going into all of this with one assumption, and that assumption is the glamorization of crime on TV leads to inaccuracies. There's bound to be something wrong with these portrayals. And this matters because these shows are very popular, and these shows have been popular for a long time. Even before there were shows, there were newspaper articles, there were books, there were magazines, all of these things, and that's something I'll look into in the literature review: how these different medias affected people's opinions on crime, because what we see in the media alters our mindset. And the question is our mindset being shaped in a productive manner? If we're fed a gross inaccuracy of a crime, that could change our opinion on policies or policing, and that could cause major issues in society.